Paradiso serves as the conclusive part of Dante Alighieri's epic narrative poem, the Divine Comedy, following the preceding segments, Inferno, Hell, and Purgatorio, Purgatory. This section continues the allegorical voyage initiated in the earlier parts. Beatrice, representing Dante's ideal woman, accompanies him through the celestial spheres of heaven, each associated with various celestial bodies. Within these spheres, Dante encounters blessed souls who provide him with wisdom encompassing history, theology, and morality. As his journey progresses, Dante experiences a vision of Christ, the Virgin Mary, and ultimately God himself as he reaches the highest sphere, the Empyrean. This marks the culmination of the poem's allegorical depiction of the soul's journey toward union with God. Dante, circa 1265 to 1321, is a prominent figure in Italian literature, and the Divine Comedy stands as a masterpiece of world literature. The completion of Paradiso occurred shortly before Dante's passing in 1321. The entirety of the Divine Comedy unfolds during Holy Week of 1300, with Paradiso commencing after Easter Sunday. The narrative begins in Eden, where Dante and Beatrice are situated. Beatrice directs their attention toward the sun, prompting a celestial ascent. They find themselves in a higher sphere, represented by the moon. Here, Dante encounters Piccarda Donati, who elucidates the hierarchical structure of heaven and the contentment of souls in the first sphere. Beatrice and Dante discuss the moon's spots, and she relates these lunar phases to human inconsistency. Souls residing in this sphere are those whose words could not be trusted and lacked courage. Their sojourn within this celestial sphere concludes with Beatrice's affirmation of the sanctity of honoring vows and the significance of free will. The subsequent level of heaven, embodied by the sphere of Mercury, is where Dante and Beatrice encounter Emperor Justinian. He imparts the history and fate of Rome. Mercury, situated close to the sun, symbolizes those who performed good deeds for recognition and fame. Justinian focuses on Julius Caesar's power-hungry pursuit of glory, highlighting the insignificance of such vain ambitions in the divine realm. The third celestial sphere, governed by the planet Venus, brings Dante to Charles Martel of Anjou. Martel underscores the importance of societal inclusivity, emphasizing the need for a diverse range of people. During their encounter, they also engage with Falco of Marseilles, a troubadour and poet, who speaks of the allure and challenges of love. The fourth sphere, representing the sun, becomes a stage for Dante to witness prudence exemplified by the souls of the wise who illuminate the world with their intellect. Among these luminaries is Saint Thomas Aquinas, the renowned theologian, who introduces other church figures, including Saints Francis, Dominic, and Bonaventure. The latter laments the corruption prevalent in the monasteries of their time. In the fifth celestial level, associated with the sphere of Mars, Dante identifies it as a dwelling place for warriors of faith who sacrificed their lives for God. Here, he meets his forebear, Cacciaguida, who extols Florence's virtue while lamenting its recent decline. Cacciaguida reflects on the esteemed Florentine families and imparts to Dante the significance of his exile. Dante is tasked with fulfilling his poetic mission by recounting his experiences in hell, purgatory, and heaven. Continuing their journey, Dante and Beatrice encounter other champions of faith, including Joshua, Charlemagne, and Judas Maccabeus. The sixth celestial level, associated with the planet Jupiter, a home for souls who exemplify justice, is depicted by Dante. These souls form a colossal eagle that articulates the principles of justice and inscrutability in a Latin phrase. The eagle's assembly comprises biblical monarchs, Roman emperors Constantine and Trajan, and a righteous pagan saved by God. In the sphere of Saturn, the seventh celestial level, Dante envisions individuals who embody temperance and dedicate themselves to prayer and contemplation. These individuals ascend and descend a golden ladder. Here, Dante meets Saint Peter Damien, a reformist monk, who speaks about the corruption within the church. He also encounters Saint Benedict, who expresses his discontent with the perceived moral decline within the church. Progressing with Beatrice, Dante enters the eighth celestial level, the fixed stars, represented by the constellation Gemini. In this realm, Dante catches a glimpse of the Virgin Mary in her glory, alongside biblical saints like Apostles John, Peter, and James. These figures test Dante's understanding of faith, hope, and love. Dante engages with Adam, who explains the duration of his stay in Eden and the reason for incurring God's wrath. Before departing this level, Dante and Beatrice witness St. Peter's indignation toward the papacy, particularly with the incumbent Pope Boniface VIII. The final sphere of heaven, also referred to as the primum mobile, represents the ultimate level of the physical universe. Under direct divine control, any action or motion within this sphere has a universal impact. Angels reside here, and Dante gains his initial glimpses of God as a brilliant focal point surrounded by 9 rings or hierarchies of angels. As their ascent leads them toward the Empyrean, Beatrice imparts to Dante the narrative of creation, the history of angels, and the origins of the universe. Upon reaching the Empyrean, Dante and Beatrice transcend the realm of physical existence, entering the dwelling place of God. Throughout the Paradiso, Beatrice symbolized theology, but now she is transformed into an even more exquisite embodiment. A radiant light envelopes Dante, granting him the capacity to perceive God. As the Paradiso, and the Divine Comedy, draws to a close, Dante grapples with comprehending how the 3 circles he observes, symbolizing the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, unite to form a singular divine entity. In an instant, he comprehends and becomes even more resolute in his conviction of God's eternal love. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.